Well, greetings YouTubers on this beautiful late June morning. Pretty nice out here today in the 60s right now, but it's going to be up in the 80s and 90s. And eventually we are going to have some tropical rains and maybe some flooding, but there she is. I thought I'd do this video kind of early today before the rains hit. She's a beauty, my Expedition, and I love it. Sits up about 2 feet, goes through snow, water, mud, whatever you want to go through, like a charm. But the only issue I'm having right now is when I start it up and take off, the overhead lights will not go off, and I have a constant door ajar on the dash. Let me go ahead and start it up here real quick and show you. 138,000 miles, still running strong. If you don't run the snot out of your vehicles, change the oil now and then, just general maintenance. Just do general maintenance on it. Your vehicle will last you a long time. So, but you can see right now, let's see if it comes back on. We'll put it in gear here in a sec. There it come back on by itself. It's kind of weird, but the overhead lights stay on constantly, but they do go off after I take off down the highway. But this guy here will stay on. I'll put it down in gear. Yeah, I know I'm low on fuel. I have a PO 420 code I've got to fix and make a video about that pretty soon. But I'm just sitting here in the parking lot in the driveway. Let's see, it's staying on. It will not go off, and it's very annoying. So I'm going to show you what I've had to do here, what I've got to do to actually find this code. So what we got to do first is get a can of grease. This is white lithium grease. I've had it forever. I like this stuff. You spray it, and it doesn't evaporate really fast like, say, WD-40 and some of the other sprays that you could use. And it's white, and you can actually see where you sprayed it. So what we got to do is, I'm going to go outside. We got to start the vehicle back up. And now some vehicles, before I start it up, let me just go outside here real quick. And hopefully this will help you guys out a little bit if you're having the door ajar light coming on and the overhead light come on. A lot of vehicles, some of the older vehicles and some of the newer vehicles, not too many newer vehicles, they actually have a separate button in here that you can actually unscrew and pull it out, and there's 2 wires on the end. And what you do, you unhook that switch and you just tape those wires up temporarily, push them back in, and when you shut your door, if your lights go off, then you know which switch is bad. But some vehicles, since this is a 2000, it's almost 17 years old, they don't do that anymore. They're kind of doing away with that. This here is all built into the door switch. You have a secondary switch in here that when you go to shut this door, when this door hits this post right there, it turns this mechanism, and there's a secondary rod that goes up to a switch, and it kicks that switch, and it turns off the door ajar light, and it tells the computer that your door is properly shut. Well, a lot of times what happens, you have to go in here and spray these up and grease them really good so that mechanism will move freely, and sometimes it'll stick a little bit. So this is what we got to do, and I've got a can of, like I said, this lithium grease, and what I'm going to have to do now is go around and spray every door, and I have 6 doors on this. I have a window here that I have to deal with. I have a switch down here on the bottom panel, and of course I got the other 2 doors. Well, I should say I have 6 mechanisms that I'll have to spray. Now to do this, you can do it 2 ways. You can start the vehicle back up and shut the doors and just go around and spray every one. Now when you're doing each door, when you're done, let's say with this door, check your dash and see if that light has gone out, and as you're doing that, just constantly open and shut your door a few times to kind of get this grease to work in that fitting, into the switch, I should say. And the same with this door, the same with these 2 here. Like I said, I have a separate glass here that will open up. Let's see if I can get this open. There we go, like this. I have a switch here, and I have one down here on the bottom. Holding the camera with one hand, doing this sometimes is a little tricky. And I have a switch there, so I've got to do all of these. And what I'm going to do is just go around first and spray all these without the vehicle running first. So I think it'll be a lot easier that way. So I'll go ahead and spray all these. And you got to watch this stuff, like I said, come out of the can pretty fast. And we'll just, and it's good measure to just spray your door locks anyway, because in the wintertime you get moisture in there and salt, and it will corrode these a little bit and make them stick, and you can get that issue. So we'll do this door, And the whole idea is to go around to every door and spray all these locks really, really good. Now, if this doesn't work, unfortunately, you may have to pull the panel off to get in here and see if a rod come off, or maybe a switch has gotten broken or something. Let's see, we'll go back here. We'll do this one here. Try not to get it on the camera. I think you can see it there. Ooh. And I'm gonna go ahead and shut this door back down for now. We'll do this one here. I think you can see that. Spray those babies up really, really good. We'll go over here. And I don't know which door is doing it, so I'm gonna, which door is sticking. It could be two switches, I don't know at this point. But I just want to go ahead and do all these. And this is probably the easiest and simplest thing to do first, instead of pulling your panels off. Because I find 90% of the time it's just an issue with a switch that's sticking in the door. Because if it just starts out of the blue, that's what it normally is. And just for measure, I think this is more than enough. Alright, so now what I'll do is shut all these doors. Shut that one. Shut this back up here. Did I get that shut? There we go. These are all shut. That one's shut. And we'll shut these. Now what I'm going to do is go around here and just kind of open these doors up a bunch of times like this. Just work that latch really good. And we're going to do this all the way around. I know it's annoying, but trust me, this works a lot of the times. Alright, I'll go ahead and do the other three. No point in you watching me. Alright, we're on the passenger side here. We'll work this door back and forth. Get that switch there working. I got quite a bit of grease there. You can see it on the door stop, pretty much. So we'll work this a bunch more times here. Alright, so now what we'll do is go inside and see if that made a difference. I'm not sure if it will, but if you don't try, you won't at least accomplish anything, right? Alright, so we'll start this back up a little bit here. I'll see if what we got. Find my keys. And I've had this problem with Explorers a lot in the past. By greasing the doors and working the handles, it usually takes care of the problem. So, looks like, well, no. Now, sometimes it'll just come on and off on its own. It'll just blink, but it's still on. So, now what I'm going to do is go ahead and roll the windows down, leave the car running, and we're going to go out here and see, by working these doors back and forth, we'll see if that light goes out. Alright, light's still on, so we'll go to the next door. Now I can hear it beeping in there, so we'll just keep doing this. So, nope, light's still on. Do this one here. Light's still on. Light's still on. Yeah, light's still on. You probably can't see. And this one here, I don't think there's going to be a problem with this one, because this one, I never had an issue with it, but you never know. Let's see if the light's out. Well, still on, so we'll try this one here. Oh, the light went out. If you can see that, so here was my problem. It's in this door right here. So here's our issue. So I'll get enough grease in there. We'll put a little bit more in there, wherever my grease can is. I'll just let the video roll. I think we may have found our problem. That'll be great, because I don't really want to have to pull a door panel off today. And I'm sure you don't either. Alright. Shut this back in there. By having the window down, I can see the dash. Well, the light's out. Now it's back on. And you notice my dome lights are out now. Awesome. So apparently the issue's right here. So we'll work this a bunch more times. And also, it's always a good idea to check your pins, make sure the door's not loose, make sure that mechanism is locking properly, and it looks like it looks like it's in good shape, almost brand new. All right, so our light's out, and I'll just go ahead and, all right, lights are out, doors open, closed, and lights are out. So hopefully I've just fixed my problem. And let's go back around here, double check this door. All right, lights on, it's out. Same on the dash. Closed. Wow, everything's out. Awesome. Let's go back in here and see what happens. Well, it's out, so I'm gonna drive around the block here real quick. You might as well just watch me. Let's make sure. And the doors just automatically lock like they should. Awesome. And sweet, everything is off. So I think I may have fixed it. And I hope this helps you out. If your dome lights are coming on, like I said, make sure you just get some spray all your locks first before you're ripping your door panels apart, because I've seen this happen lots and lots of times. And we'll go around the block here, and it seems to be okay. Yes, all right, I think our door issue is fixed. Let me just bump the driver's side door, see, and we'll shut it, and the light goes out. Wow, all right, so I think I fixed it. Awesome. I have a lot to do today, and I didn't want. This is very annoying, especially at night. You get down the highway and the lights, dome lights are on, blinking on and off, and the police may stop you and ask you what's going on. And it's kind of dangerous too. So, all right. So I think we've fixed our problem here. Pull back over here. All right. Makes me very happy. But like I said, later today, or well, probably in the next 4 or 5 days, I want to make a video on that PO420 code. That's why my check engine light's on. I don't want to clear it. So we'll turn the key back on. And we'll open the door. Okay. So I know the system's working. Awesome. All right. So it looks like I've probably fixed it. And hopefully this will help you out. So, let me get out real quick. So if you're having this problem with your doors, make sure you grease all your fittings and all your doors while your latches. Work them a few times, because what happens a lot of times, let's say if you have a vehicle like this, you rarely open these doors because you drive by yourself a lot of times. These doors sometimes will stick, and with them not being used, these mechanisms sometimes will just freeze up. And when somebody decides to get in it and this door has not been open for, like, say 6 months or something, then when this goes to shut, this mechanism isn't moving the switch in there like it should be, because it hasn't been greased or hasn't been used or anything, and they do stick over time, in a nutshell anyway. But all right, so looks like we fixed our problem here, and start it up one more time before we end the video here. Make sure pretty happy with it. And our light is out. Drop it down in gear, because when I put it in gear, that's when it would beep, 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 go crazy. So I think we're okay. Awesome. All right, so there you go, guys. Thought I'd make a quick video of the door here. Just remember, if you can, try to use something like the white lithium grease. It works pretty good. All right, get my workout today. I know I need to get me a seat cover for this. Is $160, but that's really all that's wrong with it. This stuff here, like I said, works pretty good. And just spray all your latches, work your doors a bunch of times until that light goes off. Now, like I said, if you have a door switch that you can unscrew and just disconnect the wires and tape them up temporarily, a lot of times you can find out your issue and fix the problem. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and it looks like I'm going to get to enjoy my vehicle without a blinding night light in my face at night for the first 20 seconds anyway. and no more beeping on the dash telling me my doors that are ajar. So this is going to be pretty nice to have fixed, and I can enjoy my ride. So I hope you get yours fixed, and I hope you get to enjoy your ride too, just like I am. So until then, guys, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and until then, be safe, and until my next project, I'll see you then.